it's Hannah and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A for you guys about our new house because on my Instagram you guys have been asking a lot of questions about our new house and everything like that. So I figured I would just do a Q&A for you guys. And if you want to be a part of the Q&As in the future, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. It's always linked down below. So yeah, let's get started. The first question is, how many acres of land do you have? We have almost 3 acres, which is just enough for our 2 horses. We wanted at least 5 acres, but we weren't able to get 5 acres, but we are very happy with what we got. Where is your current house and why did you move there? In 2012, we sold our house, and in 2012, my mother almost died as well. It's a really long story, but a lot of you are asking like why she almost died and why she was sick and everything. And in our old house that we had 4 years ago, the foundation had settled and cracked, and that created moisture, and moisture creates mold. And she is deathly allergic to the mucor mold that was growing under her bedroom floor, and so it was so bad, and so it colonized in her body and almost killed her. This particular mold eats your face from the inside out, and so she had to have tons of surgeries and everything like that, and she almost died. So yeah, and then we had to sell our house, and at the time we did not know that there was the mold in there, and we didn't know that it was making her sick at the time. And so we moved in with my aunt, and just prior to moving in with my aunt, she lives in a flood zone, and her house just had previously flooded, and so she was living with us in her old house while they were fixing her house because it had to be completely gutted because the water was like 4 feet inside of her house. And so we moved in, she moved in with us, and then when we sold our house we moved in with her, and when we moved in with her the house wasn't ready yet. And so we had to like basically camp inside of her house because there was like nothing. There wasn't a kitchen or anything. And so we stayed there for like a year. And my mom wanted me to go ahead and get a horse and not wait until we bought property again because she didn't know if she was going to be able to see me have a horse because she was like dying. So my grandfather has 3.5 acres. And so he used to farm, but he doesn't anymore because, you know, he's older now, so he can't. And so he told my dad that, and my grandmother too, that we needed to come and live out there, and I could go ahead and get a horse and everything because that property is just sitting there. And so we moved there, and we stayed there for about 2 years. And my mom got better, and I got blue jeans, and then we got Levi, and so yeah. And when we were living at my grandfather's house, we were not living in a house. We were living in a 8 by 26, something like that, camper. And that's with like 6 of us and all of our dogs and everything. So it didn't have a bathroom. The kitchen was like very tiny, and so we were basically camping at my grandfather's for a couple of years. When we would take a bath, we would take our fishing cooler and our turkey fryer, and we would boil water to put in our cooler, and that's what we would have to bathe in for 2 years. We bathed in a cooler that we used for fishing. So yeah, that's what we used to take a bath for 2 years. And so yeah, we never want to go camping ever again because we camped for like 2 years at my grandfather's house. So when we got like our house that we're living in now, it was a really big deal because we haven't had a house in 4 years, and when we these past 4 years we haven't had like a real kitchen or a bathroom or like real electricity or anything like that. So it was like weird like having hot water come out of the sink and stuff when we lived here, or like when we came here. And so yeah, and then in 2015, my mom's mom almost died, my grandmother almost died, She was on life support and everything like that. In the beginning of this year, my great-grandmother almost died. She's in hospice now still. And so yeah, we've just had a crazy past 4 years. So yeah, I'm really, really happy that we finally have a house again, and we're all very happy with it, and we're all very grateful. And my current house that we just moved to is in North Florida, and that's where I've lived my entire life, but we moved more north than we were before. Do you like your new house? Yes, we absolutely love it. Have you got stables at your new house or just like pastures? Well, I'll insert a picture now of the barn that's here now. It's just a frame of the barn. So it doesn't have stalls or walls or anything like that in it right now. The barn is 24 by 24, so it's just enough room to put in 2 stalls and a feed room and a tack room. So right now my rabbits are in there because we just brought them from Papa's house. We haven't brought their hutches here, so they're in like those really, really big dog kennels, like you would put like a bull mastiff in. And I did have them in my bedroom, and my brother broke out in hives because he's allergic to rabbits. I forgot he was allergic to rabbits, and I like put my rabbits in my room, and he broke out again. Like, he had to go to the emergency room by ambulance a couple of years ago because I had my rabbit in his room. So yeah, I forgot about that. So I had to put my rabbits in the barn, and they're really happy in the barn. But yeah, so when we bring our hutches here, I'll put them like by the barn, and then where they are now, I'm gonna put stalls, and on the other side, I'll put the tack room and feeder. And then they have their main pasture and then a smaller pasture. So we're able to alternate pastures and stuff like that. Do you dress up your horse for Halloween? If so, what have they been in the past? I have not really dressed Blue Jeans up for Halloween. I've like, at Christmas time, I'll like put bows in her mane and stuff like that. But we haven't really had like a normal like house, you know what I mean? So I haven't really been able to do anything like that. But I do plan on like dressing her up and stuff. Did you show an interest in horses? I have always loved horses. Even when I was a baby and I would see horses, I would always want to pet them and everything like that. But I really wanted to start riding when I was about 2 or 3 years old. So I've been riding for almost my whole life, but I like really, really started riding when I was 6. So yeah. Do you ever plan to compete on Blue Jeans? Yes, I do. Me and her, I have never done any shows on Blue Jeans before. I've done some shows in the past, but they were like on lesson horses. But I have decided that I don't want to ride English on Blue Jeans. I really enjoy Western. I like it a lot better than English for some reason. And me and her really enjoy barrel racing. She loves to run, and she absolutely loves barrels, and so do I. And so I think I want to start, like, when I get a little bit older, like, me and her have been practicing barrels here at my house. We have a small pattern. I have a small pattern set up in the smaller pasture. And I'm going to hopefully in the next couple of years start being able to go into some small rodeos by my house. But I don't really agree with a lot of the things that go on at rodeos and how a lot of people treat their horses at rodeos. I don't like the fact that people use whips and all of that stuff on their horses to get them to go faster just because they want to win. And I don't like how people always, like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people do some inhumane things to horses just to win and just to place at rodeos. And that's for anything, not just at rodeos, but like at horse shows and like everything. Every discipline, you know, I feel like there's some people out there that will, you know, do some really bad things to their horses just to win. And me and Blue Jeans, I am in it just for the fun of it. I never ever have shown interest in showing or anything like that. I just have horses because I absolutely love horses, and I have a passion for horses, and I absolutely love horses. I could care less about showing and doing rodeos and stuff like that, but I think it would be fun. I would just want to do it for the fun. I wouldn't care if I didn't place or if I did, or, you know, if I won ribbons or whatever. I just want to do it for fun, and I don't want to whip my horse and abuse my horse to win anything. If I could win something, that would be great, you know, but I don't want to abuse her to win anything, obviously. But I do think I'm going to start doing barrels at rodeos just for fun. And she also really, really, really likes cows. We have cows across the street now, and she adores them. She absolutely loves them. So I might try and do breakaway on her. I'm not really sure yet. I think that you should always do what your horse enjoys. Like, if your horse absolutely hates jumping, or your horse absolutely hates barrels, or your horse is terrified of cows, or something like that, I don't think a horse should be forced to do that certain type of discipline.
I told you I was filming a video while you were in here. Go out. No. I'm filming! My camera's about to die. I have to get something in the closet. Really? Hurry up. So yeah, Blue Jeans really likes cows, and she really likes barrels, and I also like those, so I figured, you know, I would start doing so that's really good. Quit! What are you doing? Close the door. So yeah.
And the last question is, how old are you? And I am 14. I just turned 14 last month. So yeah, I'm 14 now. And yeah. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it was like so long, and I like went on a rant throughout the whole video pretty much and just started telling stories and stuff. But yeah, I love you guys, and I'm so glad to be back on YouTube. Ever since like we moved, I've been like trying to make videos and stuff, and I am officially back on YouTube, and I'm going to be active again now that we have our house. So yeah, comment some video requests that I will try to do for you guys and stuff like that. So yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!